Hi, I'm Jamie from Sci-Fi-vision. Nice to talk to you again.
Hey Jamie, I love your background.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I want that.
To start out, why don't you talk about sort of where Sarah and Reginald's relationship, I guess, is kind of going this year? Just maybe tease a bit in
For
that.
sure. Totally. Well, as like fans and viewers will know, we broke up last season and we open season two with us in the shack. Back in the shack, working together, working with your ex. I don't know if you've ever worked with your ex, but it's awkward. It's a little bit awkward. We're making a good go of it though. And I think Sarah is on this journey of her at the moment, trying to find herself, set her own boundaries, realize what's really important to her, I think, in what world she wants to create for herself. So I'm excited for Sarah, independent Sarah. Let's see it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Can you talk a little bit about Uriel? Because obviously they become friends, sort of, at the start
Yeah.
of the start of the season.
It's an interesting relationship, hey, with Uriel. He's an interesting dude. Dude maybe is not the right word. Yeah, but
Yeah.
he and Sarah, I think even there's some aspect to Sarah where she sees Uriel as a bit like this almost brotherly, or I don't know, she lost, her family, right? Like she had to
Mhm.
leave them behind, and she had brothers, and although that relationship was not good for her to keep at the end of the day, I think, you know, it starts a bit that way where there's this, safety and trust with Uriel, and that just keeps getting weirder and weirder, that relationship. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to say too much, but they go through some yeah, stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you talk about how she's not with her family right now, but I think this show a lot of it's really about kind of the family you make, I guess, in
Yeah.
friends and everything. So can you talk a little bit about that and how she's affected in that way this season? Because they all seem to be getting really close, like a lot closer this season.
Yeah, I love that. I love that about this season is that, we kind of got to meet everybody last year, and now we're like in the depths of like complicated relationships. And I think that you're exactly right, is that like this is our little family that we made. And even though Sarah and Reggie aren't together in the same way that they were, they're still together, and we still have this, gang unit, right? And I think some of my favorite scenes actually are my scenes with Claire this season, because she's just so wonderful, and she gets to explore herself and becoming an adult and finding her own power. She's got these electric lightning fingers. She's trying to understand. She's so powerful. And she's such a wonderful young person too. In real life. I love working with Tylee.
I'm looking at your dog in the background as you're talking.
Oh,
So
can you see her? Oh,
yes,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
if I'm like looking around, that's why.
Come here. Come
Sorry.
say hi. Come say hi.
Aw,
See?
very cute.
Yes,
Hi.
we're on the Skype today. We're on the Skype. Mwah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you.
Not at all. I love, yeah, any moment to talk about the star here.
Yeah.
She's the girl. Hey, that's Iggy.
Talk a little bit about how she's changed since she's met Reginald, because obviously, whether they're together or not, I think that he's definitely impacted her life a lot. Well, now she knows things are real, so there's that too, but just
Oh
in
man, I
general.
think, yeah, I think, Reggie, I I don't think it's maybe her first boyfriend, but I think it's her first big love, and that changes you as a person. And, you know, there are life things that can be complicated and get in the way, and timing is always a factor. Um, but I think, she loves him in a really real way. And so I think when you kind of figure out that this type of love is possible, I think you start to even re-examine your whole stuff. You're just like, what, who do I want to be? How can I love myself deeper? How can I love my friends deeper? And um yeah, I think that they're always going to have some type of connection. So yeah, I don't, yeah, I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything, I'm not sure what all you're allowed to say, but is there anything else you can kind of talk about that's coming for that fans can expect without spoiling too much what's to come?
Totally. Yeah. Well, I've been calling us the Scooby Gang because it really feels like the Scooby Gang's taken off this season. And Sarah gets to step up and she's like, now that she's, got the real about what's happening, she gets a full-fledged sword. She's joined the team. She hasn't made t-shirts yet, but she would if she thought the other vamps were into it. And I think she's just like proving to everybody that like, your heart and your strength can be internal and it can be so powerful. And yeah, she gets to have her own little, everyone gets to have kind of these dark and brave moments. And yeah, I'm excited for fans to see season 2. I'm proud of what we did there.
Is it sounds like this is a really fun show to work on. Do you guys like have a hard time, I guess, not breaking as you're filming? Are you a cast that laugh a lot as you're trying to get things done, or are you all pretty
Def
good at that?
Definitely. Oh yeah. Like I think you know, we and when you're on a set, everyone's working so hard and we're all, we've all left our lives to come make this show. And so we're careful of the fact that, we're conscious of the fact that everyone at the end of the day does want to go home, to their
Hmm.
family, or maybe they're going back to a hotel room or they're going back to wherever. Um, so we try not to, you gotta kind of be a little efficient for sure. But there are just some moments where, yeah, you can't help but laugh. And it just adds to the chemistry of the characters. And you get something out of play, like, especially in comedy, it's kind of just about playing and joking. And so there's definitely room for that on this show. And I think people love being there for that reason. Like we get to be like a bunch of kids at camp, it feels like. So I think that's where the magic can happen too. Like when people feel comfortable enough to, let loose a little, still do the job, but yeah.
Is there anything though that you found a challenge this season?
For sure. I think as an actor, you want to be able to bring as much to each scene as you possibly can. There's a bit of an endurance game, and we really rushed the second season to get done before the writer's strike that you may have heard about. That ended up being like 7 or 8 months where we were on strike, the whole industry, which was a big, like
Yeah.
a once ever lifetime thing that's happened. And so um, we were able to get done, and people ended up working 6 days a week to make that happen. And
Hmm.
so that's a big sacrifice, but everyone we love being there, and we're so happy to have the job and happy to be able to be in it together. So I think that there were some big obstacles that we pushed through, and now we get to show this season to the world because of that. And so that's really exciting. It feels really rewarding.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was when you filmed it. It's good. We get to have a whole season too.
Yeah, right?
That's
I
great
know,
too.
it's great.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time. I'm looking forward to seeing more. Hopefully they'll send us more soon. I want to see what
Eh,
happens. So
Yeah, you might have to wait for the rest of us.
yeah, probably. What's your dog's name? I did want to ask you that. I forgot to ask.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
your dog?
that's Iggy. Let's get
Iggy.
a look.
Okay.
Iggy, she's having a little sleep.
Very
She's hard
cute.
to see. She's kind of camouflaged.
Very cute. All right. Thank you. Have a good
Take
rest of your
care.
day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye. Thanks for the
Bye-bye.
chat.
Sure. Bye-bye.